On August 31, 2015, 17-year-old Macin Smith learnt that his senior year was off to a good start. He was pleased with this, as he had agreed with his parents that if he got good grades he would be allowed to watch anime and play video games. He texted his mother the good news and asked if he could spend the night watching anime, but his father had other ideas. Darrin Smith wanted his son to get a job and become more social, and on that afternoon intended to take Macin driving instead of him staying home. However, Macin claimed that he had a headache, so the pair rescheduled. Macin's mother, Tracy, returned home from work at 8:30 p.m. and was surprised that her son was already in bed. Macin told her that he didn't feel well, and she told him not to stay up using his electronics. Just in case Macin was tempted to get up and watch anime or play video games, Tracy unplugged the internet router before she went to bed. Darrin woke up at around 1:30 a.m. and noticed a blue light coming from his son's room. He got up and went to investigate, and discovered Macin wide awake watching anime. He confiscated his son's laptop and cell phone, taking him back to his room. At 7 a.m, Darrin went back to Macin's room to make sure he was getting ready to go to school, which he was. Around 30 minutes later, both he and Tracy heard their son in the kitchen, and at 7:40 a.m, they heard the garage door close and assumed Macin was heading to the bus stop. Darrin had planned to take his son driving when he returned home from school, but at 3:15 p.m, the school bus dropped off all the students, and Macin wasn't among them. His father grew concerned when 3:30 p.m. came around, and there was still no sign of him. Darrin couldn't contact Macin, as he had taken his cell phone the night before. He called his wife, who assured him that Macin was likely blowing off steam and would return soon. But when she checked her personal email and noticed an email from Macin's school informing her that her son had been absent all day, she immediately rushed home. Tracy called the family's local church, as her son would sometimes attend youth group meetings, but he was not there on this day. Macin still had not returned home by 10 p.m. His parents contacted the St. George Police Department to file a missing juvenile report. He was reported as a runaway, leading police to not take his disappearance as seriously, as these types of reports are common in southern Utah. This also wasn't the first time Macin went missing. In December of 2013, his parents took away his Xbox as punishment for his poor grades at school. In the middle of the night, he ran away with a sleeping bag and some food, but returned home a few hours later due to the cold weather. However, this time he had been gone for days, and nobody had seen him. Tracy discovered that he had left behind his wallet, which still had his ID and money inside, and noticed that he hadn't taken any clothes with him. She learnt that he didn't get on the bus in the morning either. The rest of Macin's family arrived in town and helped put up flyers in the neighborhood, and the family's church helped put together multiple search parties for the missing teen. Tips came flowing in a few days later about a boy matching Macin's description hitchhiking on the side of the road just miles from his home. The boy had been holding a sign about going to Las Vegas. However, surveillance footage from surrounding gas stations proved that the boy was not Macin. Someone resembling Macin was seen walking around Las Vegas. Darrin drove down to search and was joined by Red Rock Search and Rescue, but after a few days of searching, he returned without his son. A week after the disappearance, Tracy discovered a note in Macin's wallet that she had overlooked previously. The contents of the note have never been publicly released, but it has been reported that it showed signs that Macin may have intended to harm himself. Police searched the 30-foot cliff edge near the family's home, but no evidence was found. Volunteers and cadaver dogs searched the outskirts of St. George, but it was unsuccessful. In July 2016, a little less than a year after his disappearance, two girls claimed they had encountered Macin Smith at a Panda Express in West Valley, Utah. They said that he asked them for bus change, and when Tracy had the girls listen to his voice, they were certain that it was him due to his speech impediment. Despite this promising tip, police have been unable to confirm its legitimacy, and it remains unconfirmed. Many searches have been done over the years, but none have led to any clues on the whereabouts of Macin. His case is still classified as a juvenile runaway, and if alive today, he would be 24 years old.